Also happening right now, the city of North Las Vegas is hosting an informational workshop regarding street vendors and regulating them in the city. The workshop is being hosted in both English and Spanish. It's right now at North Las Vegas City Hall. They're providing details and guidelines to make sure street vendors are aware and complying with regulations, as well as legal requirements, safety protocols, and operating standards. Jurisdictions like the city of North Las Vegas and Clark County all had to create new regulations following a state law that was passed last year.